Okay, we're going to get at it again here. Launch the button here. Oh, been a fairly exhausting day for no good reason. In other news, I am now going on a thing of just filling out, kind of finishing up a bit, putting a little bit of a polish on the cage. Not trying to chop it out or anything. Just adding in some flyby shots, and I need to dig up some more music. Well, I'm doing a live stream. Oh God. Anyway. Anyway, I am, I already got the flybys picked out in there. I'm just gonna dig up some music cues. And I was thinking, actually, work up a thing because in '64 you had NBC Monday Night at the Movies. So I think I might just put that on there. Usually, it was that sort of thing, or Alcoa Theater. That's sort of thing. These kind of little anthology shows where they put some. That's usually where they would use these pilots if they're any good. But the show didn't sell for whatever, they'd put it on as a little TV movie thing. And I figured, well, what the heck? It's, put that on. I couldn't find a NBC Monday Movies intro from '64. I know it was on the schedule, but closest I could find was going back to 1970. And I'm assuming they probably kept the change. They did, because watching it, I kind of remember that, from back in the day. Not obviously when I was born in '64, so obviously I don't remember from back there. But they tend to keep the same opening titles for a few years. I think of nothing else. Put it tonight. The secret story behind the hit TV show. Star Trek: The Cage, starring Jeffrey Hunter, also starring Major Laird and Leonard Nimoy. Just do a thing. And probably still put in some commercials. It's still in flux, but I'll figure out something to do with it. Something a little somewhat entertaining. Because I'm going to be, keeping the old phones working in every color, and NBC keep that in there. So okay. So let's go with the premise. Okay. Instead of making a two-parter, they decided, well, we'll put it on a Monday night movie. Yeah. And so it's a little shorter than your movie. So there's stick a Bob Hope special afterwards, and there we go. And fill the schedule up for the night. But let's see. Got last month's rent dealt with, and now next week we're dealing with this month's rent. And hopefully someone will get up the butt at Human Services and get her EBT card renewed. This is getting stupid. Well, something came across here. There's one poster, Heidi Briones, lesbian. But imagine being a man. Just, put that out there. And Sinead, guys, that we can't. Not even when we take testosterone and get our breast cut off. So I said, okay, there's an opening. So I put in, imagine being a big lumbering orangutan, constantly horny to some degree or another, with no fear of getting pregnant, only of getting someone pregnant, and the responsibilities inherent to that. Your primary motivations come from either your penis or your stomach. That's it. That's basically the human experience. Or the male experiences can be easily translated to a female perspective. Okay, yeah, this is what it's like to be a guy. This is why. Partially, it's why we make such like trans women. It's like they make such fucking idiotic women. What the hell? All right. Why do I even have Instagram or Snapchat? I still don't know how to use it. I mean, Instagram, I'm kind of figuring out. Snapchat, I'm just still clueless on. And a note to Aaron Moriarty: don't get any more work done. You looked fine before you. What the hell you were thinking? What the hell is a girl your age doing plastic surgery for? Fuck these idiots, okay? All right, who else on here? Okay, Trickster's on there. I think Raquel's taking a night off. You're doing something else tonight. All right, let's take a quick look at the shop. Oh, the Mustang. Oh, that's a different Mustang. Yeah, I don't play Borderlands. I don't know. Huh. And of course, the 4th of July bundles are out. Yeah, fine. As I did, Patriot Panda. Mm-hmm. Going on. These guys, and then Iron Man thing again. And no, I didn't just get Black Hat. I got it, first time she came out. So. Okay. Mm. Mm-hmm. The group pass, and then the stuff you got to pay real money for. Okay, so let's get back over here. So what do we got? We're just running out the lightning at this point. So those guys I don't care about. This stuff's not until the 11th. But now it's only about a week away, so. What's today's name? Damage opponent switching with the pump shotgun. Okay, bringing back the pump for a while. All right. Dailies. What do we got? Smart barrels. Okay. One thing at a time. So. Okay. Already 6 people. I haven't done anything yet. Hmm. I had a comment come back regarding my observations about Andy's new website. Oh, you fuckhead. And basically, how, it is looking much better. Like she said, the more she's going through, she's thinking more clearly, being more creative. I'd say that's because her hormones are getting back in balance and not because of any trans magic. But either way, you can tell, she's never been good at advertising herself. Think about it, it's like most of this, all the other sites she was on, particularly Pornhub, but also My Free Cams and and the other ones were. She didn't really have to advertise her, so she, it was more. Previous sites were more like a little more suited to browsing, and in that situation, she'd stand out because that she, in the mask and say, oh, that one's cute, costume, okay. Pornhub especially, pushing her up. It took. I kept getting her suggested all over and over again before I finally clicked on her. But now she's reduced down to Fansly, and that's not a site that's really suitable for browsing. It's like OnlyFans. You only go there if you know who you're looking for. If someone says, "Hey, check out my page," it's you go there, but it's not a site you go browsing through. Pornhub is like YouTube. It's just you get a bunch of you put in type in a search thing, you come to a whole bunch of options. But so much is again. It's like, why would you need to learn to go to? Why would you have to go to school for broadcasting? One of the things you learn is marketing. Trying to build an audience and keep it. And on that score, anyone could have told you that this trans thing is a marketing disaster for you. Your brand is not built on this. It's built on being a cute little gamer girl, not being a 15-year-old boy, you moron. And as such, with one little, waking up one day to a revelation, she killed her brand. And is really paying the price for it now. Things are falling apart left and right on her, and so she doesn't have the fan base anymore to support her. So yeah, the website improvements are definitely a big improvement from what I've been able to see so far. But I think it's also going to be a case of dollar you day late and a dollar short. Damn it! Okay, so thank God these people can't shoot. No, it's already. Hmm. Pump. Bitch. Actually. Time to get out of here. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I think you get a shot. All right. What do we got here? Okay, well, I got that. I don't need the pump anymore. And dailies. Okay, another one with a pistol or sniper rifle. Okay. Bitch, fire! God damn! Hell. Doesn't think so. All right. Get to the truck. Get the fuck out of here. Let's get the chest. What is that, an A? No, it's a B. All right, 4 people? No. All right. Probably use a subby at this point. Yeah, okay. Yes, faux burger, as in your enemy burger, not a fake one. FAUX. I think I need to turn the volume up on this thing. All right. Bitch! God damn it! What? Oh, shut up, you. Let's check something here. All right. Yeah, that mine's way too low. I'm not going to hold too overpowering. Grief. There. Okay. All right. We're up to 7. The question is, how many are here to watch me play, and how many are here to hear me rant about India? You know, saying something juicy. I will say the new video looks interesting, conceptually wise. She hasn't done one of those in a while. Not entirely sure, really if it's in my meanders. Maybe the case of me showing my age a little bit, but yeah. Man, like, playing the game type thing. Okay, fine, whatever, God damn it! Bitch! From the previous, so yeah, the buck machine definitely gets some use. But okay, that's good, Again, she hasn't done fuck machine videos in a long time, so getting back to that is I don't know, but the whole thing of like I think seem to be getting away from the pretending she has a dick because she doesn't. Somehow trying to create a new definition of trans man that way, but it's not gonna work. It doesn't work that way. But still, with the binder all the goddamn time. Okay. Now, to an extent, it's like she still has issues with that, so I'm not going to fault her too much. I think she'll find as the hormones get more and more back in balance, where it should be, the gender dysphoria will start dissipating, and she'll stop wanting to chop her tits off with the kitchen knife. And hopefully, shortly on the heels of that, she'll realize it was all a waste of time anyway. And then it's a case of how long it's going to take for her to finally admit to herself that she's not trans, and then to the world that she wasn't trans. Because that is a big thing. A lot of the big like Chloe, and others, they knew they want trans. That trans was bullshit, but it took them sometimes about a year or so to finally start detransitioning. And this is after going through some medical stuff. They're really slapping the face. That, yeah, you fucked up. With Indy, it's pretty much all social transitioning. Because, like I said, the medical stuff, it's like she's not really. I've really seen so far. It's like it's not really trans stuff she's being given. It's actual hormone therapy because her hormones are so out of fucking whack. She's been sucking on that bong for about 10 years, almost nonstop. And again, the studies are indicating that marijuana fucks up your hormones rather badly. And again, it's like they put her on birth control pills and very low dose testosterone, and she still has period. And again, the way birth control pills operate is it's massive doses of estrogen and progesterone to make the bride think that it's pregnant, so that it stops periods. So what this is telling me is that her levels on everything were so fucking low. And it's like with Prisha, they put her on birth control. She got pregnant. I think part of I'm not sure that, but I would think they need to look into it as part of treatment for coming off of the whole thing is massive doses of the right hormones. They're trying to kick everything back in place. In Indy's case, it's sort of the same thing. Her hormones are so out of whack that we got to do the mega doses to get everything back in place. And of course, also the matter of what do hormones also affect besides your biochemistry? They also affect your mental state. And so it happened. Yeah, she's been self-described herself as she's been doing, at least marijuana for about 10 years and all kinds of psychedelics and everything else ever since she hit college. And has really not stopped for 10 years. Man, I'm going to go down there. Well, that takes a toll. To the point where finally one day she wakes up and I'm a guy. That's not the way it works. Okay. Listen, it's just been kind of a curiosity of mine since I was a kid. Why do people do this sort of thing? Do these, go through these changes. And one thing I'm the actual transsexuals, not transgender. That's a new term. Is transgender. Transsexual is and I tried to talk this first time I started talking to her about it. That's a medical diagnosis. And it's still a mental disorder. And again, the actual transsexuals will freely admit to, yeah, it's a mental disorder. This is the lengths you had to go to live with this mental disorder. But I would like to see, advancements in mental health care. So the people don't have to go through this, don't have to resort to surgeries and hormones and everything else. So the folks like Buck and Marcus and Blair won't feel the need to medicalize their mental state. And I think it's a safe bet that, yeah, we wish that because Buck said that, no, we wish anything in the world didn't have to go through this. Okay? A major pain in the ass to crap upend your entire life for listen. No, can't do it yet. Damn it! Get out of here. And yeah, part of the thing that angers so many transsexuals about this whole transgender nonsense is that it really kind of trivializes their experience. Turns them into a big joke. There's so many other people just glommed onto it as the disability of the week. Only Buck says all the time, trans is not an identity. Okay, we're gonna go back the other way. Yep, shit. You make this your identity, that you just made yourself the most boring person in the world. Now, in Indy's case, it's like there are several factors here. Not the least of which is her shitty childhood and adolescence that fucked her over royally. And her coping mechanism is basically arrested development. And partially I blame, social media. And the whole I want to be an influencer. And she did talk about some of this in one video about 7 years ago, when she still had, some simple, full of common sense in that head. About, with Tumblr being an echo chamber and a bunch of, she knows what kind of place it is. Once she figured that out, she should have stayed the fuck away. But no, she went right back on it. I mean, if the fitness model, the fitness community on there is bad, how much do you fucking think the sex worker community is? I mean, she does have a lot of head smarts, but she has the common sense of a lobotomized goose sometimes. No, not going up there. I mean, there is an element of 20-something, it's like, yeah, move out of your folks' house and do it now while you still know everything. And one thing, general rule, once you turn 30, which in Indy's case is, just a couple months, that's when pretty much childhood finally comes to an end. Whoops. There we go. Bitch. Now my first 2 eliminations of this game. All right. But in a very real sense, she's still living the same lifestyle as when she was, still a high school teenager doing porn in her bedroom. Okay, I'm pretty sure by this point something's going to get back there on this. So yeah, we need to go back and report in. Sycophants. It's like to remind it, Indy, I'm not the enemy. Okay? I'm not trying to rescue you from your life of debauchery. Okay? You found a field you enjoy. You like a creative outlet. I mean, at least previously made pretty good money at it. And I would like to see you succeed at it, okay? Because only because the career expectancy of porn stars over 30 is not great. Gotcha, you little fuck. Hey, district, no, son of a bitch. Fucking vulture. And while Indy, you do have the kind of face and body that could go on into your 30s and do this, you got to start taking care of yourself. I'll tell you that right now. And that starts with at least cutting back on the drugs. That marijuana is going to, smoking the marijuana is going to age you faster than anything. And again, you might want to, whoever's doing your little fan page, update a few things on there. Not the least of which is, don't think about you are not Irish. Your last name was a Scottish surname. You're descended from Scottish nobility, for God's sake. I sent your lawyer a page, a page to your genealogy. So you go straight back to, if you're descended from one of, still one of the most powerful of the Highland clans. The closest you got is, your ancestor that came to America spent some time in Ireland. Basically moved there. He was 3 years old when the family moved there, and he was 20 when he moved to Pennsylvania, but he wasn't born there. And yeah, one of the things I sent to your lawyers, was link to the family tree of them, and also a link to the family clan in America. They have a page. But yeah, you are not Irish, okay? Certainly not on your surname. Maybe like me, I got 20-some% Irish from various sources, but it's all on the side there. Surname is English. And my maternal grandmother's, it's like we're English or Scottish. I'm guessing Scottish. But DNA wise, I only think it's 11%. Well, that's okay. Good thing your real name is not out there in any big distribution. You'd start getting people, angry from them. It's like, hey, you're not Irish. Not with that name in it. Also, Scottish claim that she's, claim that she's Irish. She's part of the. You don't know your own clan, girl. Who the hell told you you're Irish? And pissing off the Irish and the Scots. So, okay, where are we at here? Almost an hour. And hold on. Yeah, I just got this on automatic. I don't really care at this point. Okay. Crush. Okay. We got the dailies done. What are we doing with these? Unstable exotics. One demon guard, and I got that taken care of. Okay. Some of these are easy enough. I'm not going to do much longer. Got started late anyway. But yeah, I'm going to check. It's like, if you still want to get those live streams at one site, it still has them. If you're going to let them go, it's up to you. It's like, if you want to save them, they're still there on that site. Imagine some of our idiot sycophants probably know at the site too. I'm not gonna find out which one it is. And I doubt they'd put up with this because then they'd be admitting that they've been looking at leaked material of hers. And she's got a real bug up her ass about her material being always has. That's what got her informed of in the first place. It was leaking material. She got a hold of the complaint and they talked to her and said, well, just start an account. And for a while, it seemed to work out pretty good until management changed. And then Indy had the bright idea to Turn trans. Okay. The front door? Oh, back door. Never mind. All right. No, not today. No. No. Okay. Oh, damn it! God, fuck! Bitch! If you'll know how to run a perfect good game. You know? Gotta level up again to get the next reward I don't give a shit about. So. All right. I think that will probably do it for next night. I don't want to. It's just me. It's boring, I think. There's just no launch on anyone in the game. Okay. So, yeah, I think I've done enough damage for one night here. Set it up okay for tomorrow night. Okay. So, I guess I have to add this to the indie list. Most of the time talking about her. No, a lot of one of the things I've been constantly, been reassured by other, by teachers is that, she'll come out of it eventually. They always do. It's the question of when. Typical case is about 5 years or so. But also typical case, they tend to start this when they're teenagers and come out of it when they hit their 20s. In this case, she did it when she was 27. But that's where the Arrested Development thing comes in. And then your constant drug use for the past 10 years. And living a lifestyle that really hasn't required a lot of maturity. Doing your taxes doesn't mean you're a grown-up, okay? What is it? That's it. She's just now thinking about buying a house. She should have bought one with cash about 5 years ago. But yeah, all I can do is keep saying, Indy, I'm not the enemy. Stop, branding me as some probably enemy number one. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to be a friend. And you need actual friends. Not a bunch of sycophants who go, oh yes, Queen, you're a boy, you're a boy. You're not a boy. Come on. Scientific reality. You said, I don't have time to explain genderology. I have time to tell you it's bullshit. Complete crock of shit dreamt up by a bunch of pedophiles and misogynists. Started back in with a certain group back in Germany in the late 30s, early 40s, and they trusted out the hell, the first gender reassignment surgery was the movie The Danish Girl, I think it was. The doctor did it. Turned out became a very prominent Nazi. Experiment on guys in the camps. Think about who you're siding with when you side with this crap. When you think about it, it is conversion therapy writ large, taken to the ridiculous extreme. In fact, actually, where the number one spot for gender reassignment surgery is? Iran. That's the penalty if you're gay. They will do the surgery and turn you into a woman, or you get killed. That's your option. Castration or execution. That should tell you a lot right there of who backs this kind of idiocy. It is, and it's all supposed to be, rejecting gender norms. It is the rigid, extremely rigid enforcement of these gender, stereotypes. You can't be a tomboy. No, you must be a boy because you don't like girly things. Therefore, you're secretly a boy. Or you like, you like princess dresses and makeup. Well, then you're a girl because those are girly things. Boys don't like that. You can't just be gay. No, you're a girl, and we're gonna make you girl. We're going to force you to take this hormones, and we're going to chop off your shit. And we're going to make you everything yet. Make sure you never reproduce. That's another thing right there. They're taking all the weird kids and the deviant ones and sterilizing them. Making sure they don't pass on their sterile deviant genes. Leave only the pure and master race behind. We have replaced natural selection and do not ourselves. Weeding out the undesirables. It's eugenics, it's misogyny, and it's homophobia all wrapped up in one big rainbow package. Think about it. Now, like I've said a lot of times, society reaches peak depravity when they start sacrificing their own children. Well, we're there. You ever wondered, looking back at societies, how they would sacrifice their children to these idols? Well, we're doing it right now. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing this. I'm not going to sit on the sidelines anymore and do this and watch this shit. This isn't a spectator sport for me. No, this stuff needs to end. And hopefully, apparently, the big beautiful bill going through, apparently somehow coming out of the Senate, they scrapped out the provision where they were cutting Medicaid funding for this stuff. Yes, taxpayer dollars paying for transient kids. Bad enough, it's happened in the first place, but the fact is on the taxpayer bill, the taxpayers' expense. So there's a few push by certain congressmen to put it back in. And Leader Thune, this gets back to you. Fire the parliamentarian. Why hadn't you been? He was hired by Harry Reid. Why is she there? She serves at the pleasure of the majority leader. There's nothing. Just fire her ass. Bring in somebody else. You don't have to go through here. Just fire the dumb bitch, okay? Clearly politically biased. That's supposed to be a nonpartisan position. Well, guess what? I mean, yeah, you can just ignore it, but also it's like she's going to keep doing shit like that. Fire her. All right. Okay, so I think we've gone the full political gamut here. And I think on that note, PayPal, Patreon, link, share, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Links down below in the description.
Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Wilson Fan is ignored. Action is reward to him. Life is a great big bang up. Whenever there's a hang up, you'll find